Students, let's look at question number 16 and 17. Now both these questions are based on jumbled paragraphs. So all we have to do is sequence the given sentences into a coherent paragraph. Now the starting line is given, the ending line is given. You have three other lines which have to be rearranged and a suitable option has to be marked. Let's look at the first line. A man who possesses a strong will and firm determination finds all difficulties solved. Now when we look at the three sentences which are given to us, you have option P, such a man goes on working hard. Option Q, in turn failures make him. Option R, to him there are 1,000 ways to steer clear of all dangers and difficulties. Since the first line was focusing on the idea of a strong-willed man, we easily see option R following the first line. Now from the given four options, there is only option 1 which begins with R. So it becomes absolutely clear that the first option has to be the correct answer. R has to be the first sentence, followed by P, ended by Q. Therefore, the correct answer will be option number 1. Let's look at question number 17. It begins with the idea of film theory, defines it as an academic discipline. So it obviously hints that the following sentences will also focus on the idea of film theory. When we look at the three sentences given to us, you have P saying film theory incorporates various aspects of filmmaking, including analysis and review. Since option P begins with the idea of film theory, it has to be followed by a similar idea which is explained in option P. Film theory incorporates various aspects of filmmaking, including analysis and review. Now we have option 1 and 3 both beginning with P. So I have to just check what should follow P. Now when you read option R, film analysis is the process of analyzing film in terms of scene by scene, and one way of analyzing is by shot analysis. So easily I can see that P has to be followed by R, and therefore the correct answer will be option 3, P, R, Q. Let's look at the next set of questions. Okay students, let's move on to question number 18 and 19. Now, both these questions are based on the concept of para-completion, which means a paragraph has a missing sentence. From the given option, you have to provide the missing sentence for each paragraph. Let's look at the first paragraph. The first paragraph begins with someone's experience of visiting Princeton University. The second sentence is missing, and the last sentence talks about how when he went to sleep in his hotel room around midnight, and when he awoke, his mailbox was full of replies sent at 1:15 am, 2:59 am and 3:23 am. By he we mean the author who is writing the passage. Now when I read the first and the last line, I can easily see that it's a personal account of somebody's experiences associated with mail writing. So all I have to do is, when I read the four options, identify which option really talks about mail writing at odd hours. Now when we read option 1, 2, 3 and 4, option number 3 clearly states, faculty members gave me the names of a few dozen articulate students and I sent them emails inviting them out to lunch or dinner in small groups. At odd hour, he received replies back, and therefore we can easily say that the correct answer is option 3, where he wrote mails to them and thereby in return got replies at odd hours. Therefore, the correct answer is option number 3. Let's look at the next question. Let's look at question number 19. We are usually inclined to look upon bad temper as a very harmless weakness. Harmless weakness suggests a positive idea. The second sentence is missing, and when we look at the third sentence, yet all religious texts condemn it as the most destructive element. So we have a positive and a negative idea being clubbed together. Therefore, we know that the second sentence should also be in juxtaposition to the third sentence. When we look at option 4, it clearly begins with the idea of harmless weakness and therefore is in opposition to option number C. Therefore, We speak of it as a mere infirmity of nature, weakness of nature, perhaps a family failing, is in opposition to sentence C, and thus the correct answer is option number 4. Let's look at the next question.